Don't be afraid to put yourself in a position where you can level up. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. What's good, YouTube? How y'all doing? Look, let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it. I'm going home for lunch right now currently, but I might not even eat no lunch. Because right now, we did a little year analysis today. Just out the random. That's how they feeling, right? So we did a year analysis. And while we're doing a year analysis, I was just like, I ain't doing nothing much else. So let me just look into. For those of you, let me rewind real quick so you guys can understand what's going on and where I'm at. First of all, before we even get to this video, for those of you guys who are new, first of all, I want to say thank y'all for watching this video. You know what I'm saying? This person cannot park for nothing, but it's all right though. But I recently took my BSEP course, and for those of you who don't know what that is, I have videos on that. Like I have like 2 videos on this channel about what BSEP is and what it can do for your career. So I had recently took that BSEP course, and I got a good score, a good GT score, a decent score which can allow me to open. It can allow me to go through doors that usually is not open for people who do not have scores, right? So when we was doing our year analysis and we were just waiting because it was a long line, I was like, let me actually look up commissioned officers. Let me look up warrant officers. Let me look up enlisted. Let me look at, because a lot of things are going on. I'm about to approach my 2-year mark next month, so that's like crazy. I've been in this thing for 2 years and it doesn't even feel like it. But I was just looking at all these things, like my 2 years approaching, me actually getting the score that I always wanted. So I was looking at commissioned officers and the next rank up for specialists, which I was supposed to hit already, specialists, but I have a video on that as well on the channel about why they had took rank. But besides all that, I was doing all that research and I was looking at the pay of a commissioned officer, a pay of enlisted E3, which is what I'm currently in, E3, and then a pay of a specialist. So when I was looking at all that stuff, I felt like, in my head, I was like, is it really worth going commission? Because the pay is amazing. The pay is amazing. The pay is where it needs to be at. And will this also be a great career move? Would this be a career move that I could look back in the next 10 years and look like, I'm glad I made that move. I'm glad I did what I did. I'm glad I commissioned. And if you want to see longevity in this military career, I feel like you have to make moves that are going to put you in a position to make this career longer for you, because a lot of careers die, especially on the enlisted side. You see a lot of people ETS, a lot of people get out the military because of the fact that they don't see a lot of future in this military. They see, I can do this for a couple of years and then get out because I just don't like the military. I don't like our job. I don't like what we do. I'd rather just have freedom and do all this other stuff. But what people don't understand, what people don't see, what people fail to realize is the fact that if you put yourself in a position in the military to have you control your own career and don't let the people control your career, then it's a whole different side of the ball game. It's a different side of the spectrum, but people don't see that. So I feel like when I was looking at this stuff earlier from a commissioned officer standpoint, I was like, I'm putting the ball in my hand. This whole time that I've been in, and which is probably why the 2 years don't feel like it's been 2 years for me, is because ever since I've been in, I've been making my career for myself. Even when it comes to my deployment, my TDY, I asked to be there. I asked to go to fast class to get my general technician score up. I asked to do all of these things in my career, which is making the time go by fast and faster. And it's don't get it twisted. There's days where I hate this Army stuff and I hate being in the barracks and I hate just the day-to-day repetitive stuff. But I want to try my hand at something and at least shoot for something that normally I was not thinking of. So before I got my general technician score, I went to fast class and I got my score up, I was actually planning on getting out because I didn't. Again, like I just stated, I did not want to be in the Army no more because this is irritating. It was repetitive. Being in the barracks, being told what to do all the time, I hated it. But now that I have more leverage, I feel like I can make way with that leverage and put myself in a position where I can take care of my family and my friends, the people that means the most to me. And if I could do that and I have leverage and I can use my leverage to my own benefit, then at the end of the day, do what's gonna be better for you and the people that you care about. So what I'm currently doing, and actually what I gotta do actually today, is actually request for my tuition assistance so that way I can actually start going back to school again, because I was actually I was held down, I was flagged, so I couldn't even go to school. So I'm actually gonna request for my tuition assistance because the deadline is actually this week. So I have to request for my tuition assistance so I can actually try to get my associate's degree now. So once I get my associate's degree, I can look into going into the Green and Gold active duty option, so that way I can come back when I graduate from college and get my 4-year degree, I can commission as a second lieutenant. And for those of y'all who are skeptical or you have a little doubt about going commissioning or going warrant, always think about, like, what if you were to get out, what would you be doing, and can what you're doing sustain the life that you're living now ×2? And what I mean by that is, like, can you do everything that you're doing, have all these benefits, all this stuff, free living, all that other stuff, sustain your lifestyle, but also have abundance of that much money that you already have? That means, can you sustain the lifestyle that you have ×2? Can you do that? And if the answer is no, then it's no real point of you getting out. So therefore, make this military thing work for you. Make this Army thing work for you. Because at the end of the day, the Army's gonna get what they want from you, the military's gonna get what they want from you. So therefore, do vice versa. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy in this military, because it's gonna be very, very draining, but it's about how you handle the consistent pounding of just the military lifestyle, just the consistent grittiness of the military lifestyle, because it's gonna always be a repetitive thing. Even on weekends, they can call you, be like, hey, I need you to do something. And you know what you gotta do, you gotta do it. So understand that, don't be afraid to put yourself in a position where you can level up. Because sometimes I was thinking, like, dang, I could really level up right now. But I'm scared. I'm scared of leveling up. I'm scared of, if I do this, what would the hours look like? Would I be more responsible for all of anything good and bad? Obviously, yeah, because you're a commissioned officer. But how much worse would it be? How much worse would the punishments be? But don't let any of this scare you. Don't let any of this fear get into your system, into your mind, to stop you from progressing your career so you can provide for your family and live the life that you want. If you guys haven't noticed already, I'm a person who is big on pushing out the philosophy on this channel, living the life that you want to live. I want to see everybody succeed in this life. At the end of the day, that's what I want to see. I want to see you living the best life that you want to be. Nobody should be having to work, slaving their life away just to live the life that they want to live. That don't even make sense to me. So I want to see people do that. And I want to see you succeed. And I want to see you flourish and provide for the people that mean the most to you. That's the whole purpose of all of this. I'm just being honest. That's just the whole purpose of all of this. And you have to put yourself in a position earlier on in your career to suffer for a little bit, but to succeed for a lifetime. That's what I want to see for all of y'all. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, share with your family, please. Javon's story is out, and I love every last one of y'all. Until next time.